Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today's episode is all about steak. Look at these three beauties. Right, cooking on the barbecue, steaks. I mean, people ask me all the time, which is the best steak to do? And I thought, we're doing a series with charbroil. I've got beautiful wine for you to try with them. Let's talk about actually buying the right cuts of steak and what can we serve with them. Now, I have got here the cheapest of the three cuts, which is skirt beef, which actually three of us actually prefer the most. Skirt beef is cheapest, but for me, it's got the most flavour. We've cooked this many a times, haven't we, over the years, and it is always a big hit. It's delicious, but you've got to cook it right, and you've got to serve it right. So we are going to cook this medium rare. We're going to rest it, and then we're going to serve it with a beautiful Vietnamese dressing. It's going to be good. Then we're going to move on to sirloin of beef. Now, my top tip for you, if you're going to serve sirloin of beef for two people, buy a double joint. Look at that. It's a double joint. Don't get two thin steaks, get one fat one. I bought this from Lindsay's Butchers. I spoke to Richard. I said, that's what I want to do. And he was like, no problem at all. And he's got this lovely big cut, and you're going to get so much more juicy flavour when it's a bigger cut. We're going to serve this up with a lovely chimichurri dressing, an Argentinian classic. Then finally, we have got our tomahawk steak. This will impress if you're going to cook this one. We're going to serve this up with a beautiful marrowbone butter. It is going to be delicious. Okay, so first thing we need to do is let's get these steaks seasoned. Now, my charbroil barbecue is getting hot. We are at 220 degrees, so it's getting nice and hot. Really important, first part of the cooking process, get your grill hot, okay? So we've got some oil here, and I'm just going to brush it. We've got this new Masterclass barbecue brush, which is brilliant. We'll do all of them. Let's get them all oiled up, because that's going to help with the seasoning to stick. Okay, let's turn this one over as well. It's a mighty. It looks like something out of Fred Flintstone, that one. Do you remember Fred Flintstone, Emily?
I do.
Do you? Yeah. I thought you'd be too young for that. Are you sure you're only 24? Right. Beef needs a good amount of seasoning. Do not be shy with it, okay? Good Maldon sea salt, for me, is the best. This is what Maldon sea salt is made for. Steaks.
Could you use table salt?
You can, but it ends up being really salty because it's so fine. Everything gets salted. Whereas when you've got Maldon sea salt, you end up with those beautiful sort of flakes.
Get the crack of it in certain things.
Yeah. Don't use sea salt all the time. Use it for things like this. And then just get that seasoned up as well. And what will happen is the salt will start to draw the moisture out of the beef. And it means that it'll get a lovely sear and it'll caramelize beautifully. Now, cracked beef. I've actually bought peppercorns and I've cracked them in the pestle and mortar. So this is freshly milled, all right? Plenty of black pepper. Beef loves black pepper, okay? So again, do not be shy with this. Don't forget, this great big piece of beef will serve 4 people easy, all right? This will serve 2 minimum because it's a lovely big piece. And this will serve Emily.
Yeah.
I think you and Tris would love this, wouldn't you? Yeah. This could be date night. Yeah? This could be date night. Right, once you've picked everything up, roll them around. Pick up all the seasoning. Do it with all three, yeah? Don't waste any of it. Okay, right. I'm just going to go wash my hands and we'll get grilling. Okay, everything's seasoned up now. Grill is now at 250 degrees. Nice and hot. We're actually running on gas here today, so this barbecue is fantastic. You can actually run it on gas or charcoal. It's entirely up to you. It's a really good piece of kit from Charbroil. Highly recommend it. If you fancy winning one of these, I'm giving one away. Well, Charbroil are giving it away with me. So if you want to win one of these, make sure you like and subscribe to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel, and also Charbroil UK. Carlos will put something down the side here. We'll tell you where to go. Follow those instructions, enter the competition, and you may well get one of these delivered to your door. Right. Okay, so let's go on with skirt beef. This is going to take the least amount of cooking because there's no fat necessarily to render. Okay, so straight on the grill. We love that sound. And then sirloin, we're going to cook it on the fat side down first. Okay, so straight on the grill like that. Press it down. Okay, and then our dino burger. So our tomahawk steak, that can go on there. These are not going to cook quickly. You need to be patient and give them time. Do not fiddle or touch or mess about with them. Let them sear. Let them caramelize. Let that salt draw the moisture out so you get lovely grill marks, okay? The steaks are cooking. I want to show you how to cook marrowbone. We're going to make the most beautiful marrowbone rosemary butter to serve with our tomahawk steak, okay? So Emily went to the shops and she bought me some marrowbone, okay? Sometimes you get it split down the middle. Sometimes you just get it there. It's cut from the shin. And what's inside there is like beefy gold. It is delicious, all right? So a little bit of oil. A little bit of salt on there. And then just wrap it up and we'll just put it on the barbecue, okay? Now, I've got one there cooking ready because I want to show you. It's been on there for about 30 minutes. So you want to kind of cook that while you're doing everything else. Whip it off. And then once the steaks are done, we're going to mix it with salted butter and fresh rosemary from the garden, which we're just going to pick now. Okay, let's leave those to finish cooking. Now, skirt beef, I've removed it from the grill and I've rested it. While it's resting, let me share with you how to make the most delicious Vietnamese dressing. Right, this dressing, here it is, absolutely delicious. The saltiness with the soy, with the lime, the heat of the chili and the fragrance of the mint is absolutely perfect with this skirt beef. Now, for me, skirt beef is not the kind of steak that you would just dump on a plate like this and let them tuck in. You have to carve it, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply carve it like so. Just on a slight angle. Look at the blush on that. Emily's making all the good noises. It does, doesn't it? So all I'm doing is just carving through nicely. Look at that. Look at that beautiful skirt beef there. Just cooked medium rare. What's most delicious is actually bathing it in the Vietnamese dressing, and then you lift it out and you pass it to the people behind the camera. Have a little taste of that.
That's right, Emily.
Have a little taste. I am having a taste of this as well.
Oh yeah.
Mm. What's beautiful is when you throw all the dressing on it, it just kind of soaks into the beef. Mm. How good is that? Mm. Right, let's finish carving this.
That's delicious.
Mm. There's something about that sort of salty, tangy, limey flavour that just works so well. So pop it onto a plate and just kind of like unravel it, like so. And if you're going to serve this up a barbecue, serve it like this. Grab the dressing and then just dredge it. Get all that lovely dressing soaking in, and this is why you carve it, so that it just soaks up all the flavour. There we go. That is steak 1 of 3, skirt beef with a Vietnamese dressing. Okay, right, next steak. So, I think both of these can come off now. So, double sirloin. Let's leave it to rest, okay? And then let's get our tomahawk steak. Oh, hello, Pip! You poor thing, I wish you could have some of this. Right, these two need to rest. Now, with our double sirloin steak, we're going to serve this with a beautiful chimichurri, which is an Argentinian sauce. It's absolutely delicious, and it is made for beef. Right, so here's our chimichurri sauce. Absolutely delicious. Once you've made this, you will have it with everything. It's absolutely delicious. We've got garlic in here, red wine vinegar, red onions, chili, parsley, olive oil. It is absolutely delicious. Okay, let's just move this one over. Grab our double sirloin and we'll just carve a few slices off for you.
Ooh, look at that.
Again, for me, we've gone double, so we have to carve it. And when you carve it, you create more surface area, which means more flavour. Look at that. We bought this from Lindsay's Butchers in Cockermouth. So if you want it, you know where to get it. I'm not sure you'll be able to manage this, Emily, will you?
I think I will.
You're going to give it a go?
I'll find space.
There's always space. Right. Give it a good stir, because what you'll find is the oil and the vinegar kind of keep separating. So stir it all together and serve it up. Honestly, you can keep your horseradish and mustard. Chimichurri is a game changer. All right? I'm just going to test this and make sure it's safe for Emily and Carlos, but
Silence.
it's not often I'm silent.
No, it's not.
That is by far and away my favourite so far. And we've got one more steak to go. Come on, guys. Try this.
I've never tasted sirloin like that.
No. That is. Right, we'll have a little recap. So we've done skirt beef with Vietnamese dressing, which was absolutely delicious. By far and away, the cheapest cut of beef that we've cooked today, but needs cooking properly, resting, and then carving and serving, okay? We've then gone to a double sirloin of beef, good Cumbrian beef, and then we've served that with a chimichurri dressing, which we're all still chewing and enjoying, and that was something else. Now, our tomahawk steak, we're going to serve up with a roasted marrowbone butter. So I've got some marrowbone. I've got some butter, and I've got some rosemary, okay? So let's just mix this while it's resting. So it's rested. I've cooked it to 55 degrees. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of rosemary, not much, because it's not about the rosemary. The rosemary's just kind of bringing it along a little bit. Now remember, if you want to win one of these barbecues, follow the instructions down the side, like, share and subscribe to our Facebook channel as well as our YouTube channel, Peter Sidwell's Kitchen, and Charbroil, our friends over at Charbroil UK, and they will send a lucky winner one of these barbecues. And let me tell you, we have thoroughly enjoyed using this for our series. It has been a great piece of kit. Right. Okay, so there is our rosemary. So let's get that in with our salted butter. Now's the time to look at the marrow bone, which for some isn't necessarily very familiar, but to others, if you know, you know. Okay? Get your end of your spoon, the opposite end, push it into the bone and just bring out all that beautiful marrow bone. This, when you know, this is just epic. It tastes incredible. Let me get rid of that foil. Use the back of your spoon and just, it's not pretty, but it tastes absolutely amazing. There we go. And then back of the spoon now and just mix the marrow bone and the butter together. I'm going to give it a little season of black pepper. No salt because we've got salt in the butter. But there you go. That is marrow bone butter. And it will change the way you want to eat steaks once you've tried this. Okay? I promise. I feel your aversion to lots of butter is about to disappear, Emily. Yeah. Any butter that you have left, freeze it for next time, okay? It will freeze perfectly. Completely suspend it. Now, let's take our tomahawk steak. Run the knife against the bone, okay? And that will allow you just to cleanly remove it from the bone. If you had a dog that you liked. Emily, no, you can't have the bone. No. And then just simply take your steak. Look at that.
Nice.
It's got that lovely natural fat that runs through it. And what you need to do is just put a little bit of that delicious marrow bone butter on there. And just tuck in. Ho, ho, ho.
Good thing.
I'm not sure you're going to like it. That, if you're going to push the boat out and the budget allows, that is something very, very special. Absolutely delicious and a must try. We've got our double sirloin with chimichurri, game changer, and our Vietnamese with skirt beef. That is how to cook beef steaks on the barbecue, okay? Absolutely delicious. What I'm going to serve it up with is a very different wine. This is called the Beast, okay? It's from Portugal, from the Douro Valley. And it's very fruity and jammy and absolutely delicious, okay? And you can get this in the supermarkets. It comes from the guys that do beefsteak. And they've been out to Portugal, bless them, and they've found a blooming good wine. A really good wine. I think we've tried this before, haven't we, Carlos? Have you tried this one, Emily? Are you going to try a bit or not? Yeah? It is perfect with beef. Absolutely. Normally, I would go beefsteak club, Malbec, yeah, but it's special, this. It's something a little bit different. You can get it in the supermarkets, but it is really, really nice. And it's kind of, it's a food wine, okay? It's not just a sit and have a drink. It's to enjoy with food, in my opinion. You know, some may argue differently, but I think this is absolutely the wine to serve with these beef. Thank you very much for watching. and I'll see you on the next episode.